Hey there, folks, and welcome to the second Alephawn Interlude! Yay!
Yay!
Yippee!
Woohoo! Yippee!
Yeah. So we're probably going to be recording the second and third ones in one go. Also, Void, I think there's something you should consider maybe getting.
No, shut up. Yeah.
Hey, Void.
Hey
Void.
Void! Hey Void! Are you
This is how we're doing the
thirsty?
intro. Void.
No.
I think maybe, just maybe, it might be good for you if you got a
water.
glass of water.
So season four, 3 is a crowd. My Little Pony. There's this big song that Discord sings, and it's called "A Little Glass of Water." You should get one.
That was such a long walk for such a short glass of water.
Guess what doesn't have to walk that much?
I feel like I'm lagging. Hello?
It's
Hello.
called Void
Fine.
Short.
No,
Fuck you.
I was making a pun.
No,
I
no,
said,
no,
well,
no,
not really a
no,
I
pun.
did.
No,
I
no,
said-
no,
I said
Nar,
Void.
Nar, Nar. Nar said
Oh,
it'd be a
okay.
short walk.
No,
How
I'm
would
gonna
that-
kill you.
Cause
Sure, whatever.
no, whatever. Start, bro.
Damn, okay. That's fucked up. Jeez, I'm nervous for no reason. Let's do this. Alright.
Yay.
Oh, yes, that delightful little sinking feeling in my chest. That can't possibly mean anything. Let's go. Okay. So, God, I'm like out of breath. Fuck.
Dude,
Breathe,
it's
Cinder.
okay.
Relax.
It's fine.
I know.
It's not that serious.
Okay, yeah. So, you have, after just picking up a new friend by the name of Harlem,
Friend.
and make your way back to Rogue, get back on the ship that you had agreed to get back on, your little agreement, and you make your way back to the assembly. For the purposes of this, we will say it is a very uneventful journey, although you probably do spend some time getting to know Harlem a little bit better.
Just imagining being like, oh yeah, so we're going to the assembly.
Do we have to go to the assembly?
Yes. That is currently where. Yeah, that's that's currently where basically my home base is.
Sorry, bud, you're gonna have
In
to
the
get used to it.
assembly? In the assembly?
I don't like it. I don't really like the assembly either. But currently, that's where my brother is starting taking classes, and where my best friend lives. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Look, houses are expensive right now, and we're getting to use this one for free.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, I think the assembly, respectively, I think the assembly is better than the island that you were stuck on for how long? 6 months?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, great.
Okay, yeah.
and,
Alright.
and you move on.
And we move on.
Good talk.
And we move on.
Good talk. Okay. And you get back to the assembly.
Accepted his fate immediately.
Yeah, just like damn. Just damn. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way back to Greta's house. And actually, as you are coming up like the path up to Greta's house, you see Storm open up the door with a backpack on. Oh, fuck! Hey, you're back early. Oh, I didn't mention this. I know it was a week to get there, but conveniently for you, the winds were in your favor going back, and so it was merely a 4-day journey.
Oh, huzzah, good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just sneezing.
You know, sailing gives like unpredictable arrival times.
Yeah,
Is-
I guess that's fair.
I have does the bag look like well packed? Like
It looks like. I mean, Storm's a very strong kid physically. You know.
yes.
He is using both straps, which would imply to you that he's carrying some level of weight.
Oh god. Okay. Oh come on. 1 second. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, okay. Well, death. This is a fantastic start. The good news is that that sinking feeling in my chest is slowly going away. So that's pretty awesome.
Yippee!
Yippee! Wow! It's always just like it's the first like 30 seconds that like fuck with me heavy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I really never got over it. If anything, I'd say it's gotten worse lately. Nar unmutes, does not say anything. Remutes again, does not elaborate. Okay. Are we good to
Okay.
carry on? Okay.
All right, we good.
All right. So, Storm kind of like comes down the steps of the patio and he goes, I'd love to talk, but I actually have to get to my my tutoring. You know, today is my first day. So
Storm, what's
yeah.
in the what's with the bag?
Books? He like puts it down and unzips it. There's books.
That's a ton of books.
Yeah, I didn't know which ones. Look, they told me to get like a bunch, and they didn't tell me which ones I'd need today, so I just thought I'd bring all of them.
That's fair. I mean, if they don't tell you, then like.
Yeah, I don't even know like what we're doing today, or I don't know if we're doing like an intro to every subject, or if we're just jumping into one, or what.
Do you want me to walk you there?
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He zips it back up.
All right. Yeah. Let me just set my bags inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay! Walking time.
All right. You go and you set your things down inside and come back out with a much lighter load. And you walk Storm to his tutor. I don't know if you want to like roleplay that, or if you just want to say that you do that and move on.
I kind of I want to see where it is and stuff. Like is it like it's like
Oh, well,
part
you would
of
know.
these. Yeah, it's like part of the assembly and stuff. You know, just.
Yeah. I would say I haven't really thought about it that much, to be totally straight with you. I would say, you know, tutoring is not something that is well. Okay, tutoring is common, but tutoring for like, you know, this frankly low level of subjects is not common.
Underprivileged kids.
Yes, for kids who never went to school. Tutoring of that kind is hard to come by on the assembly, and I highly doubt you are able to find like a career tutor. So what I would imagine this probably is this is like some substitute professor that isn't getting a lot of work right now, and so basically like saw you put an offer out and was like, okay, I'll do it for some extra cash on the side. Very, very smart person, you know, just like, you know, substitute teaching is always going to be inconsistent, so he likes to fill in the gaps where he can.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, honestly, I'll say you're like Greta's house isn't an area where, you know, assembly instructors live. So honestly, it's probably like not too far down the street, all things considered. It's probably just like a good like half-hour walk or so.
Yeah. All right. That's good. That's good. Okay. I'm just making sure everything's good. Everything's okay.
No, he seems chill. You know, like he was definitely a little surprised to see you back, and he definitely like you're decently good at reading Storm, and you get the impression he had been like preparing to make this walk alone, and he's the kind of person who like gets a little weird when like their planned schedule is disrupted, you know?
That's fair.
So he seems like a little off kilter, just because like he was kind of expecting to do this alone and now he's not. But you know, he's doing all right.
All right, good. All right, then I'll wave him off to his tutor.
All right, you do so. You hit the doorbell and reintroduce yourself rather, and drop Storm off. Tutor says you can pick him up in like 2 hours.
Okay. Just imagining Storm with just so many books.
Many books.
Many books.
Bro has like a third grade reading level at best. He's might take a little while,
Oh,
but he's
okay.
gonna do his best. We believe in Storm here.
Yeah.
We're Storm believers.
He's my guy. He's my boy.
Yeah. So, I assume you would then just take yourself home.
Yeah.
All right. And
Oh yeah, I gotta give
at the
Jasper
moment,
his crystal.
yes, you take yourself downstairs onto the Gretabator, make your way down where Jasper seems to actually have just gotten home himself. As you can see, he actually still has like his shoes. He still has like his work shoes on and stuff, which is like a lot more hefty than normal clothes. It kind of turns around. Oh, hey, how you doing? Any luck?
Yes. Actually, I'm gonna just pull out the giant chunk of crystal. Almost drowned getting it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Is this what you were getting them for?
Yes. But yeah. So, is this gonna be strong enough for what you need?
Matt he takes it from you, kind of like bends it around, checks on the little device on the bottom. It's definitely still working. Honestly, this is like a bit bigger than I had anticipated.
Oh,
So
great! I could have
no,
not
that's
drowned.
oh don't tell me.
I didn't drown. I just like almost died.
Hey, I saved your life. You're perfectly fine.
Well, fair enough. I mean, I can leave some of this left over and just see if Greta can make any use of it or something. But this will absolutely do the job.
Great. All right.
He kind of like puts it down on the desk and turns back to you and kind of awkwardly claps his hands together. Like the thing where you keep like the palm of your hand together, but you clap like the top part.
Yeah.
Kind of like puts it up under his chin. Oh.
What?
So,
What?
did Storm have the talk with you?
No. What talk? What?
Well, I told him to tell you this himself because I didn't want to get involved.
No.
So that was
What?
gonna be. Storm got into a fight like 3 days ago.
Oh. What happened?
Yeah.
How?
I don't really know. I came home from work and he kind of was avoiding me. You know, he like was calling me from other rooms and telling me stuff, but he didn't want to see me. So I got vicious and I went up into his room, and he had a black eye. And I asked him what happened, and he didn't want to talk about it. So I paid a cleric to get it sorted because I didn't want him to just sit there with that. I didn't want it to get infected or something. It cost me up the ass, by the way, but I did it anyway. And I told him to talk to you about it.
And he got into. And you're sure got into a fight?
His knuckles were bruised.
Of course. Right now he's in tutoring. Okay, well, I need to talk to him about that, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for paying it, by the
Sorry.
way. I
Oh.
can give some. I have some gold, don't I?
It's cool. It's fine. You guys are quite literally financing my life right now.
Oh, that is true.
If anything, consider this just me paying it back a little bit.
Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
I didn't want to get involved. I figured,
Yeah.
he's your kid, not mine. But
He's not
you
my.
know,
I don't like saying he's my kid.
well, yeah, but you're his older sister, and I don't know the kid's parental situation, but I figured that if he had them, they'd be here.
Fuck. Okay. No, like, there wasn't any other. You didn't get any other information, like who or what or
He
where or anything like that.
he refused to talk to me about it. He was silent the whole way when I took him to the cleric's place. It was very awkward.
Hmm. Oh, I hate having these conversations. Okay. Well, right now he's in tutoring, so I'm not gonna pull him out of learning things.
Mm.
But, huh. Yeah, he's gonna. I'm gonna have a talk with him about that. Not just about the whole fight thing, because I do believe in fighting if it's for a good reason. Or self-defense. Or, I mean, it's kind of my job currently, but more about the lying, or I guess the avoidance. Oh my god, hi Jacket! Sorry, my cat's here. Hi Jacket.
One of the
What
cats
a
is
better
underground and the thing. Yeah, I don't know how they keep getting down here. Here, let me come over here, you fat fuck. Goes over and picks up the cat, takes it on the grenovator and puts it upstairs, closes the door, comes back down.
Hi
It
Jacket.
follows back.
You see it like the door reopens and then it fucking like jumps down like from a bar to another bar down to the top of the grenovator onto the ground.
I think it knows how to press buttons. You know, I'm not surprised if the cat of one of the smartest people I've ever known is super intelligent for some reason. I would
If I
not
pay
be that
Lord one of these
surprised.
days, I'm gonna bolt that door shut.
Hi, Jacket. Oh, cat. Anyway, okay. Serious. Serious.
Anyway.
Oh.
Oh no, Storm got in
Storm,
the fight.
Storm got into a fight. Oh, it's just like my comic I made.
Wow, that's crazy how that works.
Whoa.
It's almost like I'm not as original as I seem.
Okay. I'll be honest. I don't really know what to do until Storm gets home. Jasper about Casey and like everything.
I don't think you have, but if you want, we can just say like, and then I explained to Jasper about my ghost situation.
I just think it's funny because Alephawn was responding a little bit to Harlem. A little bit.
Yeah, but you did it in like a sneaky way where it could be considered like part of your response to him.
Exactly.
So I didn't say anything about it.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. Okay. I honestly out of character. I don't really know what to do other than just wait for Storm. or ugh, man. I'm not terribly surprised that he is fighting or started fighting or whatever this was. Just want him to tell me these things. Cat. Sorry, I keep on petting my cat in the background.
No, I
Sorry,
get it.
sorry.
Get it.
Serious.
Jasper's kind of just like leaning against the work table behind him and kind of shrugs at you. don't know if he's nervous about opening up. Is there any way we can like, or you really? It shouldn't involve me. Is there any way to like soften the impact? I don't know. Maybe make him his favorite food or something. Try and get him to talk over it over a meal or something.
I think he would be extremely suspicious of that. I do not cook to save my life, man.
Okay. Do you know if
I
he
can
likes
try.
McMimics?
I don't think he's ever been. Actually, I'm very confident he's never been to McMimics. Also, didn't the McMimics close down for unrelated to my whole group, like drug reasons?
Oh.
I think you underestimate the resilience of the McMimics brand. All I'm saying is that I think in real life, drunk college kids probably make up a very large part of a lot of McDonald's clientele.
I love just unrelated to my whole group.
I'm telling you right now that like more than likely the Assembly McMimics has already been replaced.
By another McMimics?
Yes, of course. Not necessarily at the same location, but like look, man, the Assembly is like one of the most populated islands in the entire ocean. They're not just gonna let that shit fly.
I still can't stop laughing at unrelated to my whole group.
Unrelated to my home group. We had nothing to do with that.
Thinking about how out of context that sounds to like Jasper. Just
At this point, Jasper's just used to you guys. Jasper has generally come to the realization that it's generally better if he just doesn't ask questions about that kind of thing.
either way, he's gonna know something's up. He was already acting shifty with me at the door. Man, why can't I know why. I know why. But also, I just want him to tell me these things.
Maybe you can get him to. Oh,
It's alright. I mean, it's alright. I'm good. I'm good.
okay, cool. Is there any way you think you could get him to open up about it without having to ask him directly?
I honestly, I doubt it. Honestly, he's a teenager who thinks that he's a teenager that overestimates his own strength sometimes. I just want to know what happened. And I don't know.
Well, then there's only one way to go about this, isn't there?
It's gonna be like a confrontation.
Yep.
Ugh. I never signed up for this. I never signed up for this.
Look,
Okay.
I can tell you, as a younger sibling myself, you signed up for this when he was born. To be honest with you, I might have done the same thing a couple of times when I was a kid.
You got into fights? And then
I didn't really
why-
get into fights, but I definitely did shit behind my parents and older siblings' back that I shouldn't have.
I don't know. I'm expecting that. Again, none of this is unexpected. It's more just after everything. I'm upset that he didn't tell me. You know?
Yeah.
Am I too stern? Do I have to like? I should not. I'm sorry. I should not be. I should not be bothering you with this like existential parenting crisis.
Don't worry about it too much. Again, you're financing my life, and also you gave me my arm back. I think a little emotional counsel is the least I can do.
That is fair. That's very fair, actually. Yeah, I gotta use that more. Okay. I mean, it's not like I haven't been in a fight. That's kind of like my job now. It's not like okay. Well, all right, all right. How do, I gotta figure out how to confront. I gotta figure out how to confront this guy. Okay. Shindar. Hello.
Hey. Hi, I'm Cinder.
Hi. I don't. I think.
I'm also everybody else in this one shot except Harlem.
I think this is.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna break away for a little bit because I don't really know what to do until Storm gets home.
Okay.
Void, if you have anything you want to say as Harlem, we can have a discussion if you want. But honestly, I'm okay with like just skipping time.
Not too sure unless you want to explore around the assembly, showing Harlem around.
Not 2 hours.
I can make mimics.
I'll take Storm to make mimics when we start our chat. So.
Are you actually gonna take him to McMillan?
Yeah, why not?
That's crazy. Why not? Who wants to see a mental breakdown in a McDonald's, baby? We've all been there at least once, right?
Average late night McDonald's chat.
That's what I'm saying,
yes.
dude. It's not a real McDonald's experience if like there's not at least one person going half crazy in there. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. You just want to skip forward time until Storm gets home?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Jeez,
You can say
throat,
during
for
that
some
time
reason,
I was helping Jasper or chatting with the ghosts.
Yeah, sure. In fact, Jasper, while you've been gone, has actually made a working mold.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. At this point, all he needs is, obviously the physical weapons to do it, the cash to buy a handful of materials that you can't necessarily just send someone to an island to get, and instructions on the exact specifics of what Doc wants. That last one is what I need.
Lewis C4. Lewis
Yeah,
C4.
Lewis, I know you're watching this, you fucker. We have to have a fucking talk. I know we have general shit, but we need specifics. Anyway. I'll just ask you, where do you want to be when Storm gets home? You know roughly when he's going to come home. Or do you want to pick him up?
Pick him up.
Okay. So you wait, you wait about an hour and 55 minutes or so when you get there. You wait a tiny bit outside. There's a bench nearby, so it's not long. Your legs aren't tired or anything. But eventually he comes out the front door. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. He kind of like comes. You are away when this is happening, but you hear him like down the steps, and then you hear him stop, and then start walking again after a long pause. Kind of like comes up over to the bench, taps on your shoulder. Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going. So I was okay. I gotta talk to you about. I gotta talk to you.
Oh fuck! Is my mic not working? Oh no, now it is.
Oh,
It
now
just
it
didn't
is.
connect. It just didn't get that one bit. Okay.
Okay. Do you wanna? I need to talk to you about something important. Do you want to do it, like, while we walk, or at the house. I was also thinking that we could go to a place to do it, but I didn't know what you would prefer.
I mean, I don't really know what this is about, but
Storm,
you can do it wherever you feel is best, I guess.
I kind of want to just do it when we're like walking.
Okay. Let's do that.
All right. So what happened? I heard that you got a black eye from Jasper.
He immediately, like, as you two are walking, begins to avoid eye contact.
Storm. I really want to know.
Kind of like looking at his shoes as he walks. Look, he hit me first, okay?
Who?
I don't know, I didn't get his name.
Just some guy?
Some bigger kid, maybe like, I don't know.
Ask how he look.
Maybe like this big, and he kind of puts his hand up and puts it about like maybe one head taller than him.
Okay. So what happened? So like what were
Well, I was minding my own business, and walking on the street, and like I walk past him and I bump him on the shoulder, right? And he turns around, he's like, "Hey, what was that?" And I was like, "It was nothing," right? And he kind of just like he turns around, he grabs me by the shoulder. He's like, "I don't think that was nothing." And I was like, "No, it wasn't. It was not meant to be a thing." And then he hit me, so I hit him back. And one thing led to another, and eventually he ran off. And that was it. Then I went home.
Every fiber of my being wants to ask, "Did you win?" But I didn't.
You should ask if you won.
Alephawn does not look at Harlem, but I want you to
Casey
know.
Casey on the other
Curious.
side. I'm also curious.
See, for once, Casey has my back on this.
Storm, okay. So it was self-defense.
Mm-hmm. He's still kind of like looking at the ground.
Insight check. I'm doing an insight check on this whole story. I want to know.
Make an insight check with advantage.
I trust him. I trust my brother. But also, we all have our own personal biases. And, I want to know if he's, if there's a little something.
Go ahead, make an insight check with advantage.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Is a 2. Oh, Jacket, please don't step on my computer. Thank you. This is hi, Jacket. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, that's a very 2 roll. Sorry, I was type. That is a 15.
15. You know Storm's tells quite well. His tail has kind of a certain movement that it does. He gets this kind of look on his face, this ever so slightly strained look when he lies. You don't have his face to work off of, but his tail is making some uncomfortable movements.
Where did this happen?
A few blocks down.
So you were just you. Okay. Why didn't you tell me when I asked you if everything was okay?
I don't know, I just didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want you to worry about me.
Storm, I'm your sister. That's I do that. That's
Yeah, and you're busy as hell. You got other stuff to worry about.
I mean, this whole thing is technically a break from all that other stuff. So not really, not right now, at least.
You literally were just gone for like 10 days helping
Okay,
Jasper
but
with his
that's
thing.
okay, but that
You're
was
basically
different.
still working.
It's different.
How so?
I don't know. I'm not really fighting things, and neither should
Yeah.
you be fighting things or people.
Well, it's not my fault he hit
I
me
know it's
first.
self-defense. God, God, I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I just wish that you told me.
Yeah, okay.
Did you win?
You bet I did.
All right, that's my brother.
He kind of like punches you on the shoulder. Who do you think I am?
Okay, but no fighting. Okay, if someone does that again, if you bump in the shoulder and they start getting they start getting some kind of aggression, uh, just back off. You're stronger than other people, but you're still Storm. You're still a child, right?
Yeah, child that just kicked a guy's ass.
Yeah, but still.
Okay.
Don't get into just don't get into fights really unless you like unless it's like a spar, I guess. But you really shouldn't be sparring right now either. Just focus on your education.
He kind of gives like a slightly drawn out sigh. Okay. Sorry.
I'm curious though, what did the guy look like? Was he any like kind of
Uh, kind of tall. I think he was an elf. I don't know. He had like the long ears. I'm pretty sure. Kind of like this kind of douchey haircut. You know, like the real short but like spiky on the top.
Hmm.
He was wearing he was just wearing like the college uniform.
Oh, you beat up a college kid.
You bet I did.
Hey, that wasn't a positive one. Hey, that wasn't a positive. That wasn't a positive. That was like an oh no, you might actually get
Oh
in
no,
trouble
you
with
beat
the
up a college kid.
Yeah. That was not an oh no positive. That was an oh no. You beat up a college kid that might actually affect like that
I
might
don't know.
act-
I think. Oh,
Oh,
hello, Will.
I
I
will.
will.
I don't know. I think any guy, I think any guy douchey enough to beat up on a kid my age is probably got too fragile an ego to go
Oh, I
crying
mean
about
like
it.
probably was there any like people or witnesses or anything?
No, we were alone.
Hmm. All right. Well, I guess my official ruling is no more fighting at all. Someone gets aggressive with you, just back off. Even if it's annoying and you think you could beat them, it's just not worth it.
Okay. Next time I'll just
Just
get
walk
out of
away.
there.
Just walk away.
Can we stop this? This is like super awkward.
Yeah. How was tutoring? Did
Uh, it was fine. So I was right. I did need all the books, and I think we can kind of phase out that scene there.
Are we
That's
going to
what Kelsey had
McMimics?
tutoring with.
We can go make mimics. Yeah, let's go to McMimics.
All right, hell yeah! You take into mimics after. It's very nice. He has his first delicious mimic burger.
It's like really bad, but also really good.
This is simultaneously the best and worst thing I've ever eaten. Should come here again later.
Yeah.
at the newly constructed McMimics.
The newly constructed drug-free McMimics.
Yeah. Okay. So, with that, we are going to go forward in time to the next day, if you don't mind.
Okay. I am very still scared about. Okay, I'm scared about one, who the hell Storm beat up, and two, lasting repercussions. But you know, we ball. Okay. All right, Cinder.
All right. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
The next day, you wake up, do your normal stuff. Probably, take care of the cats. Maybe,
Why does your friend have so many cats?
She just does, honestly. Not really much. I don't really know. I've known her. This is just what I've known from her.
Thank the gods I'm dead. I'm pretty sure I was allergic to these things when I was alive.
Really? Huh.
Really?
I think so.
Well, you had a pet cat or something?
No, but one time, like, there was a party and somebody brought over, like, a really big cat. And I was sneezing a lot, so I think I have allergies.
How big of a cat?
Like, really big.
So
Like 3 of me.
So
like a
exotic cat? Like
Huh.
Was it?
We're getting really deep into the story.
It was, like, mostly orange.
Oh, so like what is it called? Tigers?
Yeah, tigers.
Is that what they're called?
Yes, it had stripes and it's a tiger.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, well, I think I'm allergic to tigers. And these are just that, but smaller.
Kind of.
Anyway.
Yeah, roleplay aside.
From that conversation. Your day goes perfectly fine. Storm doesn't start his tutoring until a little bit later in the day. But as you're going about your business, Jasper actually stops you and kind of like grabs you by the shoulder. Hey, you might want to look at this.
What happened?
He hands you the assembly newspaper.
No.
It gets left at the front door every couple days.
No.
Oh.
It says on the front cover, quote unquote, in quotations marks, it says "Alley Demon terrorizes Sweden."
Alley Demon, that is a title. Alley Demon is certainly a title.
Shut up.
Sorry. I'm just making a point.
Apologizing to Jasper.
You briefly skim the article. It's fine. You briefly skim the article. Small but vicious cloaked figure. Lures innocent college goer into alley and mugs him. Takes nothing. The victim was left with several bruises to both eyes, arms, and legs. Victim
my.
says they were threatened with a knife before being left in the alley.
Okay. Well, I guess this clears up my schedule. Okay.
Assembly teams are currently looking for the culprit.
Oh no.
Oh,
Has Storm seen this?
great.
No, I just picked it up.
Okay, good. I'm gonna hold on to this. Okay. Does it say the name of the kid who got beat up?
Uh, I'll say it says that the kid wished to remain anonymous.
Oh, come on. I wanted to go talk to him. Hmm. So.
A question: did you let Jasper know about the talk that you had with Storm?
Probably, yeah. Just brief bullet notes of it.
Okay. Either that kid made one hell of a spin of the story, or Storm is lying to you.
I assumed that he was hiding some things from me. Not that he actively seeked out beating up a kid. But I don't know if this is necessarily that true either.
I mean, the way they make it sound, this doesn't even seem like it was a kid. This seems like it was an adult.
Maybe it was revenge. He didn't seem to take anything according to this.
Yeah, my thing is, I don't get why. Other than some kind of outlet. Man. Okay, shit, okay. I gotta figure out. See, my thing is, I thought out of character here. My thought process is, I either talk to Storm about this, or I try and get more evidence out of this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know which one. Like, Okay.
As you're sitting there pondering this decision, you hear a knock at the door.
Oh, fuck.
Hello? Hello, hello?
Gotta go over to. I'm gonna peek. Who is it?
You look through the peephole. Or I guess I could say you look through. I'll say the door has a wall window on it. You look at the door window and you see nobody.
That's a
And
Can I,
you
can I
kinda
like take a peep? Can I
shot.
like face through the door and take a peep?
Harlem, you phase through the wall and take a peek. And there is a halfling there.
It's a
Just
halfling.
too short to appear in the
Does he
upper
look?
window.
Does he look any like official or like police or anything?
Does he look
He
official or like police?
well, I shouldn't say he, because this
Oh.
particular person gives off. I'll just say non-binary vibes because I don't know how else better to describe it.
All right. Do they give up?
They look like they're in like pretty casual work clothes, if that makes sense. Now we haven't discussed, but Alephawn, I'll just ask you, just for simplicity, are you going to open the door, or do you want to like get close to the window of the door so you can peek out at the halfling below?
I will just open the door. I'll just open the door. I like, you know.
It's Zalos, actually.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Hey,
Zalus. Oh my goodness.
hey, are you good? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I do now. But that's besides the point.
Okay.
Oh my
Tell him I said
goodness.
hi.
Oh my goodness. A ghost says hi, by the way. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I just had a week. I've had a week. I've had a month.
You see
I've had a couple
Salos
months.
goes from like this kind of like friendly exterior to like very genuinely confused. Wait, are you like talking to ghosts right now?
Kind of. It's. Whoa. Okay, first, wait. Did I ever tell Zealous where Greta lived?
Uh, for the purposes of this, we're gonna say yes, okay?
Okay. Because my question is like, is this? Anyway, hi. Whoa. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry.
I heard you were back in town, so I just wanted to check up. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now I gotta know. You're talking to ghosts now?
Yes. Basically.
This is a new development.
Oh, extremely yes. They kind of just follow me around and apparently sometimes give me magic, but that's in a specific case, it seems.
You see Zalos' face shifts from like confusion to like recognition. Give me 1 second. Kind of like opens up their robe where they have like a number of different books. Kind of like pulls out one, flips through the pages. Kind of like looks at you, looks down at the page, looks back at you. Are you a soulmonger?
Is that what it's called?
Kind of like turns the book around and faces it at you. Soulmonger. And then like provides a very extensive definition that basically boils down to person who communes with ghosts and can willingly like be possessed by them.
So I've been thinking of using the term medium, but yeah, no, that also fits. I don't let them possess me though.
Can you? Or are you just like haunted?
Wait, can I please? Oh,
Do you want to try?
How fun. Let me try. Come on.
Okay, wait. Sorry. This is. Wait, come in. Lead them inside.
Okay, you bring Zalos inside.
All right. Yeah, I didn't want to just have the door open. So one of the ghosts wants to possess me right now.
Okay, do you have control over whether that happens? Can you resist it?
Yes. From what I've seen.
Kind of like flips to another page. Well, that sounds like a soulmonger to me.
Huh. I didn't realize that there was actually a word for it. Oh, that's so weird. Do you want to talk to the ghost? Like.
Sure. Why not?
Another.
We're getting derailed over the storm
We are.
conversation.
No, we'll get back to that later. Okay, listen. Listen. This is like I actually really love this guy. Okay, I love them. They're so silly, and they're also into occultism. So it's like, yay.
I mean, they had you like sit on some college classes once. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Okay.
You didn't understand any of it, but
All right.
but it was cool.
All right. I do also want to test this to make sure that if the ghosts do try to control me, I can get that control back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Harlem. Or actually, I don't know if I should do Harlem. Should I do Casey instead?
Please.
I mean, that's up to you.
Fun. Oh, fun. Come on.
I don't trust you. Last time you.
What?
Look, if he tries anything, I can push him back out. Okay.
Okay. Deal. Okay. All right.
I swear this will be a test. I swear.
Sure. All right. I'll let Harlem possess me.
It's practice.
All right. You feel Harlem's spirit begin to kind of merge with yours for a brief moment, and you, for the first time since this whole possession mumbo jumbo started, you don't resist. It's a very strange feeling, and you feel yourself like instinctually like your body like instinctually wants to resist, and you have to like. It's the equivalent of like having a flamethrower be burned right next to you and like not instinctually moving away, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you allow it to happen with a bit of strain. And Harlem, you find yourself in control of Alephawn's body.
Yes. Finally some practice. Sorry, should I make Harlem not being able to walk canon?
Please.
I was considering
it's
making
so
it canon
funny.
myself if you weren't going to. I was about to be like, and your legs came out.
You guys see your Harlem as Alephawn sort of like look around, like getting it like adjusting, and then like this moment of realization as his legs or Alphon's legs start to give out underneath. I I forgot how to walk.
You see Zalos, like, as you're standing, goes to say something, and then you immediately onto the ground. Oh, hi, my name's Zalos. Kind
Hi.
of like offers you a hand to pull you back up. Here, lean on
Thank-
that chair. Like, pushes a chair
Yeah.
over next to you.
I forgot how to walk.
Yeah, no.
You must have been dead for a long time, huh?
No.
Only 6 months.
You forgot how to walk in 6 months?
I had my
So I have a question. As Alephawn, how do I see this? Do I astral project,
I
or
would
do I
say-
see from my brain? Like, do I see from
I would
my
say
eyes?
you are. I would say it is much like being in Casey or Harlem's normal situation. I would say your soul is like, kind of tethered to the body, able to hover a little bit around.
Oh, that's so funny.
Shit,
oh, shut up. I feel like the fact that my bottom half got ripped off me
Oh
has,
yeah, I can
has
laugh at
something to
you.
do with this.
Oh yeah, I can laugh at you. Like, and you can't, and no one else can hear me. Whoa. Hi,
That
Casey.
certainly sounds like something that would impact your ability to remember how to do that. So, what's it like being a ghost? We don't actually have that much data on that. Is it
Weird.
cold?
Yes.
Very helpful, Harlem.
Kind of like takes out a notebook. Subject feels cold. So
Not
we don't get a
cool
lot.
subject.
We don't get a lot of chances to talk to ghosts without any kind of filter in between. This is important information.
There is a filter. It's just like in case. So just in case filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. Yeah,
Welcome to the last few months of my life.
I don't like looking at myself like.
Oh.
So, can I get you anything?
Good question.
Do you know why your spirit is lingering and not moving on?
Oh yes, very much.
Okay. And do you feel that completing whatever task or solving whatever issue is binding you here would free you?
Probably. I don't know how this stuff works.
Okay. Kind of like write some stuff down. Do you have the capability to psychically move things?
Do I? Can I
No,
try
you
it?
probably have to ask Casey first. Yeah, I guess Casey for that.
No, you can try, Harlem.
I want to try.
And this is the part where I'm going to do something really quick.
I'm just out of the one shot now. You know, I thought this was gonna be like, oh, storm, and then now we're just like sidetracked by ghosts.
Nope, this is the fucking Harlem interlude now, asshole. Okay. One sec. All right. You pick an object around the room.
What's like a non-breakable object in this room? You know what? I'll pick one of the cat toys.
Okay. You pick one of the cat toys. You kind of like point your hand out towards it and focus, and it like kind of lifts off the ground and then towards a wall and boom, the wall and back onto the ground. Okay. Subject exhibits psionic capabilities.
So can you do that when you're out of my body too, or is it just when you're in?
I don't know. I just learned I could do this myself.
Okay, well, I don't know. We should test that when you're out of my body, because you're not going to be in my body for that long, right?
Yeah, you'll have it back in a few seconds, I guess. I don't know how many more questions do you have? Well, you could ask the child too.
There's a child in there?
In there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
May I?
You want
Yes, please. Can I?
you want to talk to the child? Okay.
Casey, kind of just like without a Harlem, you feel yourself very forcefully pushed out.
How?
As Casey kind of like takes control, and you see like kind of like pushes off the chair, stands up straight, kind of like pushes the chair back in. Actually, like you see kind of like rolls the elbow a little bit, kind of like they're getting out some kind of knot. And you watch that the elbow kind of like turns back a little further than it definitely should. Kind of like comes
Casey,
back into place.
please. Do not give me chronic pain again.
I'm just loosening up.
Yeah, okay, last time you
That's
loosened
not
up, it was
loosening
my
up.
neck.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually.
No, do not.
You see, she like goes for the neck, and you go, no. Stops. Feel so restrained. Okay. Subject feels restrained. Do you also feel cold? Yeah, just about all the time. Okay, so and for the sake of brevity,
And for the
we
sake of
will-
you not role playing with yourself.
yes, because it's in, especially when the voices are this similar, it's not ideal. We'll say that Casey will, clean up the rest of the questions that that your good friend Zealous Proudflower has here, and eventually will cede control back to you once she gets bored. Your arm, like your shoulder, is quite sore the moment you get your body back.
Ow! Casey! This is why...
What?
Try to, like... Ow. So yeah, that's been my, like, life for a month now. I don't usually let them possess me, but they're around.
Well, great. Really fascinating stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like scratches her head. Ugh, but I'm sorry. I have been treating you more like a science project than a friend, haven't I?
I am interested in it as well. I don't mind it that much, honestly. Because I don't know a lot about it myself. And I feel like I
Kinda
should
like
learn
that.
more about it because,
Taps a pen to their lips. Actually, I may have something for that.
Hmm?
There's an island. It's called Barena. It's like like an hour in a canoe from here. It's just like it's right off the edge of the assembly.
Mm-hmm.
In one of my logs here, kind of like looks around at the different books, pats some of them. I don't think I have it on me, but there's a log that says something about there being like an old pedestal that like awakens a soulmonger's inner power or something. We could maybe go there and see if something happens.
I am interested. I want to say I am interested. But I do have some... Honestly, I do have some personal stuff I need to get done with, like, today.
Okay. How about in like 4 days? I'll be free then. I have a couple days off from classes.
Sure, honestly. Yeah.
All right, great. I will pick you up at noon.
Alright!
All right, 4 days at noon. I'll see you then.
Yay, ghost research!
This was an interesting way for this visit to go, but this is great.
Yeah, I'm alive. I went to the Feywild for like a minute. Had
Oh,
like a great encounter with my old island. What other recaps do I got? Oh, I got kidnapped for a couple weeks.
oh,
It was a lot. I yeah.
okay.
I've been out of contact for a reason.
Yeah, that makes sense. For a minute there, I thought you just were gonna ditch me here. But
No.
no, that's fair. That's very fair.
Mhm.
I do have to get going now, but
Mhm.
we'll talk in 4 days, okay?
Yeah.
4 days at noon. See you
4 days at
then.
noon.
All right, bye. And she kind of shuts the door
Okay.
behind her.
Well,
Behind them. Fuck.
that was educational. How did you guys feel getting out?
Mhm. It was fun besides not being able to walk.
It was fun.
I
Besides not being able to stretch.
I'm not. That's my body.
You're so boring.
I don't want you to stretch out my neck in a way like that last time. Like, the whole like twisting it. That hurt. Okay, that was great. That was such a distraction, though, from like looking back at the newspaper. That was such a distraction from this. I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to talk to Storm about this.
I don't know. It seems like the kid really did a number on him.
Two black
I mean,
eyes, tons of bruises.
And threatened him with a knife. What a legend. He got a decent name, too. Especially after only one. Usually it takes like a couple before you get there.
Do I just confront him, or do I?
mm,
God,
I don't know. It just feels like there's more to this.
there definitely is.
Again, he didn't take anything. I mean, if he was robbing a kid, he would have taken gold or like any money.
How long
Anything
until
like
Storm has to go tutor?
We'll say you got like 3 hours.
All right. I might go look at the assembly newspaper and get more information about this. I don't know if you don't have that prepped though, let me know because I won't.
No, it's chill. So where are you going to, like the printing place or?
I'm going to I want to ask where they like get their information and stuff, like because the kid wished to be anonymous, but
Yeah, no, I got you. Go in and do some investigative journalism of your own.
investigative journalism of my own because I don't know, maybe I have some insight. I do, but
Yeah,
I will
maybe.
lie.
I think you might know who this alley demon is. Uh, okay. We'll say for convenience. Uh, you find your way to the assembly post. It's a very boring name. Just by asking for directions. As it turned out, you're not the only person who's had this idea. So the people you ask have actually like explained directions a couple times before. You get there, and it is a bit crowded. It's kind of like the foray area that is full of a number of different people. Some of them holding slightly older papers, but a lot of them seemingly waiting to ask questions about the alley demon. How do you want to go about this? Are you gonna just like get in line, or do you want to try and do something, or what?
How long is the line?
You wait for about 10 minutes, and the line does not move.
Oh god.
And the line is at least like 15 people.
You know what? You know what? Just wait here. I'm just gonna like float over to like where like the end of the line is, like where they're
Mhm.
asking the questions.
Yeah, it's off in this little private room. Uh, yeah, I guess it's not too far away. I'll allow you to get away with this. Man, Harlem, your brain works in a different way than I did. I had not considered using the ghosts as like short range information gathering units like this. So I will
I
allow it because it's clever.
yeah, I like I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this in like empty because I don't want to like break the game with Ghost.
No, I
No,
got you.
that's fair.
I will probably allow this, but I'll probably put a balance on it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I have thoughts. We'll get to that.
Okay, but yeah, okay.
For now, I'm gonna allow it just wholesale, but in the future, expect me to do some bullshit.
Okay.
I might use this the same way. I might treat this like using the arcane eye spell and let you maybe cast it like once per day or something, but on like a
Mhm.
shorter range.
Out
We'll
per
figure it out.
day.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
This is a later problem. This is not a right now problem. Any day, any day. Anyway, you slip your way through the wall of the room, and you see this this little reporter type guy, kind of like with the paper spread out on the table, and this half orc who looks like he's about halfway through a cigarette, kind of like sitting there looking a bit annoyed and disinterested. And the human kind of like leans over the paper. So you said here that he was left with several bruises on the arms, legs, and eyes. Could you elaborate? What kind of bruises?
What
Like he
kind of
got punched.
bruises?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What kind of bruises? Were they like purple? Were they red? Were they blue? This is very important information for my
Oh my god.
You quickly realize that this appears to be this appears to be another newspaper that is trying to get fresh information so that their own version of events does not look like a reprint. Now, I'm not going to play out the entire conversation here for the sake of brevity. So how about you ask
Mhm.
me what you would like to know, and I will answer.
Okay. As I go over to Pigeon, what would you like to know? Because I'm doing this for you.
Okay. Let me think. Okay. Did
Right. So I asked how
uh,
the kid, well, not the kid, the college student looked like.
it might
Yeah.
they're still gonna be anonymous, but yeah. Yeah. I
Mhm.
want to know like if the knife thing is true. Um, I want to know like how old, like the description of Storm there.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, was he
The,
described
des-
accurately? Because that'd be so funny if
the
he was. Like,
the description of the alley demon.
the description of the alley demon, yes.
All right. The person that was attacked, the name is never given out, as
Yeah.
is required. But you gather that they are elven. In human years, they're about 24, which
Mhm.
in elven years would put them around like the. Well, it depends because like the scaling. I'd say they're about 175 in elven years,
Mhm.
uh,
Jesus.
which
Elves.
kind of physically that makes them more like early 30s, but in terms of like proportion means that they are effective like they're 24 but they look 32, if that makes sense, because of how elven like lifespan scaling works. We're not going to worry about it.
Elves. Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
uh they are this is left, both of these details are left out of the thing, but he it's a he.
Mm-hmm.
He is a C student. He's barely scraping by in his classes, and he was apparently drunk as a skunk when this
Oh.
was happening.
Oh.
Because of that, he was not able to give a great description, only that it was a cloaked figure, uh, with, in his own words, a demon's face.
That's so
But again,
tiefling. That's so
drunk,
tiefling racist.
but
That's so
but oh
tiefling.
yeah, probably, but also drunk as a skunk. So
That's so tiefling racist, I want to say.
yeah, no, it definitely
Face
is.
of a demon?
To be clear,
Yeah.
just to clarify, uh, tieflings
They're like
physically do
devils.
not look like demons; they look like devils.
I
There's a
was gonna
very
say.
important
I was gonna
distinction.
say. Yes, I know they're devil
The face
descendants.
of a demon could mean a lot of things.
There's a lot of
But I would
demons
say
out
like
there.
if he was trying to be racist, then he's not even like being correctly racist.
I know, I'm
if that
joking.
makes sense.
That's so funny though. It's so funny. Oh my god. This is...
Also the dagger did not come out until the end, when the alley demon said not to tell anyone of this.
Okay, well he failed that. Okay.
Yeah, at which point he immediately went to the press.
Yeah. Going to the press instead of the police was a thing, I guess.
That was a choice.
It was a choice. It
The
was
press
definitely
then told the police.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That's so funny though. I'm sorry. That's so funny.
No, it is. He moved quickly and swiftly. He thinks he might have dropped down from above, knocked him to the ground, and then beat the snot out of him.
Okay.
So that's about everything you gather.
Okay. That's better than waiting in line for him. Plus, I don't know if I could ask questions without making myself more suspicious, honestly.
Yeah, given that you're not part of a firm or anything.
I just, some random person of unnamed, a random tiefling of unnamed, just goes like, so like, what did the demon look like, or, you know? Yeah, just nowhere. Okay. Okay. I know he hates awkward conversations, but he's the one that is making this awkward by fighting people. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Greta's so I can talk to Storm about his habit, I guess.
Alrighty. Do you want to say that you get back before or after Storm leaves for tutoring?
I want to say before.
Okay. You can grab him before. You get home with about, we'll say, 2 hours to spare before Storm has to go for tutoring.
Storm?
Are you calling to him, like, in his room?
Yeah, I think I'm entering his room.
Oh, okay. You open the door.
Storm.
Kind of like, he's at his desk, just, like, seemingly doing homework. Hey!
So...
What's that look?
Yeah, it's a look. Okay, I'm gonna just show him the newspaper.
Kind of, like, takes it from you. Kind of, like, sits there and reads it for a little bit. Takes him a little while. He's a little bit of a slow reader.
Me too, Storm, me too.
Okay, do you want me to, like, stay inside?
No, I am asking. I guess, like, no, Storm, this was you. Wasn't it?
Oh. I don't know if that came through.
Said no.
He said, "What? No!"
Insight check.
Make an insight check at advantage.
That's a 18.
Oh, 18. Storm is very bad at sounding fake surprised.
Storm, don't. Please don't lie to me. I'm the one who taught you how to lie, okay?
I'm not lying to you.
You are.
This wasn't me.
You very much are.
I'm not.
Storm, I'm gonna open your closet, and if I see a cloak in there.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna open his closet.
You kind of like open it in one single dramatic motion. You see regular clothes.
Oh, no cloak? Oh, shit.
No cloak.
No, I checked further. Maybe it's hidden.
See?
Yeah, insight check, not insight, investigation or perception check. To like look.
Make
Oh,
make an
maybe it's in his
investigation check.
head.
Start rooting around in his
I don't
fucking
really
in
no,
his,
I don't want to river
in his
around. I just
closet.
want to like just search it like with my eyes. I don't want to like dig through it, you know.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll say perception, but the DC is high.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't want to like. Oh, nat 20.
Oh, nat 20. Fuck. One of those pockets is a little bit more weighted down than it should be.
I'm gonna grab that. What's in the pocket?
Reach into the pocket, pull out a small dagger.
Storm.
Small enough that it could be pretty effortlessly concealed, but sharp enough that
Storm.
it
I
could
didn't want
definitely
to
hurt
imagine that you were
somebody.
also using a knife, but okay.
He kind of like looks around the room, like he's looking for somewhere to run, almost.
Storm. Just
He
okay.
remains seated though.
Let's just talk about this. Okay.
Kind of like tosses the newspaper back onto the ground in front of you.
Why? I just want to know why.
He kind of just kind of leans on his desk, kind of like puts his head down in his arms.
Storm. Please just tell me. I'm not. I'm not that mad.
I don't know. He
You don't know?
What does it matter?
It does matter.
Why does it matter? One college jerk goes home with a couple bruises. Who cares?
I
Who
just
cares if
want.
I did it?
I don't care about the kid. I'm not here for the kid, Storm. I don't care. Like, I just, I want to know why. I want to know why so that I can help you with it.
I don't know. I just did it, okay?
But. So it wasn't self defense? It was just. What was it? Boredom? Was it just, like. Wanting to do it? Wanting to, like, I don't know, prove that you can do it?
I didn't need to prove to anybody that I could do it.
Yeah, you don't. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand.
He kind of like looks down at the paper and kind of like kind of grips the sides of his chair in his hands. I did it. I did it because I liked it, okay? I did it because it was fun. What do you want from me?
I want you to try and find a healthier outlet than fighting random people on the street.
All the time. How are you any different?
Okay, because most of the time I'm fighting people that actively deserve it or are fighting me. Self-defense is way different than this.
Don't go picking fights all the time.
Don't go pick fights. I Storm, I don't want you to be like me. I don't want you to compare yourself to me. What do you like about fighting? Is it... I don't think fighting is necessarily a bad outlet. I just think that fighting random people on the street isn't the right way of releasing that. Okay, out of character. I have an idea. Out of
Okay.
character here. I have an idea. Okay, I have an idea. Storm likes fighting and is actively seeking an outlet for fighting. Who really wants to learn how to fight right now in a body that they do not own?
Hmm.
Maybe.
Could do sparring. We could do sparring sessions between Harlem and Storm.
We
And
could.
Harlem would
That's
probably
an
get his
interesting
ass,
idea.
would probably get his ass beat by a Storm.
Alephawn's gonna be waking up with a lot of bruises.
Ow.
I don't know. When we came here, I felt like I was missing something. I was bored. I went out for runs. I punched trees. I yelled at the ocean. All the stuff they tell you to do. And I felt like I was missing something. I I didn't do it to compare myself to you or even because I wanted to like scare somebody. I just liked it. I like to do it. I'm good at it. I've been doing it since I was little.
Hmm.
When I was out there and hitting that jerk, I felt like I was in the fighting ring again. I felt alive.
Okay. Let's find a better way for you to feel alive. Do you want to spar?
You beat the hell out of me.
I. Hmm. Do you want to spar? How do I introduce this idea here? I know a guy. I know a ghost that really needs to learn about fighting. Because he's really at it.
I
He's
do not
really
need to
at
learn
it.
how
And
to
he really
fight.
does not know
I
how to
can
fight.
fight.
And he's really bad at it. So you can kick
I
his
can
ass in
fight
Lord of the
just
things.
fine. It's the walking that's the problem.
Yeah, he can't even walk. It's like really... He really needs practice.
So fun.
How am I supposed to punch a ghost?
Well... okay. I don't... Storm... I've realized something that I can do when I also housing these ghosts and hosting these ghosts. They can also possess me. Do you want to fight a
Sits up in
possessed?
his chair a little bit.
Do you want to fight a possessed version of me, but not me with my fighting experience, but someone that does not know how to fight in their body, and maybe you could teach him a thing or two.
Excuse me.
Okay.
If you're not for it, we can find something else as well. I want to say.
No, we can try it, but like, can you wear like a mask or something? I feel weird, like punching your face.
Sure. Yeah. Plus, we can just also spar, like without getting terribly injured. But if it's more about just being in the moment, the fighting ring experience, then we can also look over. There's probably some like self-defense classes, and I'm pretty sure you would beat most of their asses.
I think I already know a thing or two about self-defense, Alephawn.
After tutoring, like a fight club, not like a fighting ring. Something that's safer, okay?
Sure. Why not?
Do you have anything? Is there?
Sorry, you cut out. Is there what?
I don't. I'm thinking about what to say.
Oh, okay.
Storm, is there anything else you want to tell me? Because I want to listen.
Kind of like things to himself. I already planned a second one, but I guess I'm not gonna do that now.
You planned a second one?
Yeah, you think I just jumped a random guy? Of course I planned it.
Kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, no, you're not doing that. Okay, I'm confiscating your knife.
Aw. Cost me like 8 silver.
I hand him 8 silver.
Kind of like just puts it on the desk next to him. Okay. So are we okay? Are we good?
Storm, we're always okay. Okay. I'm not mad at you. I'm not that mad at you. When I talk to you about these things, it is out of concern. So yes, we're okay, of course.
Okay. Kind of like looks at the clock on the wall. Oh shit! We should start walking.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of like starts grabbing books from around the room.
I'll help. I'll help.
Okay, you frantically put together his backpack again, and I assume walk him off to his tutoring.
Yeah.
All right, and I think this is a pretty good place to close out on the second Alephawn interlude.
Yay!
Yay! Bye, folks. We'll see you later.